Et maintenant, I give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Netherlands.
Madam Chair, distinguished delegates, honored guests. For 20 years, the World Programme Action for Youth has provided an important base for strengthening youth policy around the world. And with a review and better use of the program, it can continue to make a positive difference to young people. Whilst the World Programme Action for Youth has provided to be a very valuable tool over the last 20 years, there has been a recurrent call for better follow-up and a monitoring tool for this program. Youth development lies at the heart of overall development. As the global community gathers and puts forth an ambitious and achievable vision for implementing the post-2015 development agenda and sustainable development goals, it is important to ensure that youth priorities and concerns are reflected. The SDGs are important to youth, and young people's involvement is more crucial than ever in creating a framework for development which places people and the planet at its core. The Secretary General's synthesis report on the post-2015 development agenda notes that in order for the Sustainable Development Agenda to be successful, it must be streamlined and employ existing mechanisms and processes. The success of the Sustainable Development Goals is therefore rooted in ensuring the full and effective implementation of mechanisms such as the World Programme Action for Youth. Last year marked the 20th anniversary of the World Programme Action on Youth. The WPA remains highly relevant and inspirational, but unfortunately, implementation lags behind the commitments made. It's more than necessary to generate new ideas on how to revitalize the commitments of governments and all other stakeholders by looking at ways to link inclusive, participatory, and gender-responsive implementation of the World Programme Action on Youth to the implementation of the post-2015 development agenda.
Madam Chair, last year we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the World Programme Action for Youth. When world leaders were adopting this program in 1995, I wasn't even born yet. As my colleague said before, I believe that bringing greater visibility to the World Programme Action for Youth should be accompanied by the review of this framework, in order to update the situation nowadays. This process should be done with the involvement of youth stakeholders from civil society and the relevant institutions. Moreover, we hope that more visibility will be given to the implementation tool, which aims to provide a framework to a country's progress in reaching the goals set by the World Programme Action for Youth. Young people are given the knowledge, resources, and opportunities to participate in decision-making processes, become engaged as active and innovative partners in shaping the world they will inherit and pass on to future generations. Young people are both a significant human resource for development and agents for social change, economic development, and technical innovation. They are experts on the issues that affect them, and they are integral to achieving effective and enduring solutions. Madam Chair, prior to this commission, we spoke to 1,000 of youngsters from the Netherlands, from all different aspects of society, from refugee centers to high school classrooms. Youth represent some of the most dynamic, creative, and talented people in today's societies. Yet, at the same time, they often represent some of the most vulnerable and most powerless. Despite some examples of progress, for the most part, there is still a failure by decision makers to recognize the value of young people's contributions to programs, development, and policy making. The perception that policy making is an activity that is for experts and that young citizens do not have the necessary skills, expertise, or knowledge continues to prevail. For youth themselves, active and equal participation in decisions affecting their lives provides hope and dignity, fostering a better understanding of community issues and a sense of inclusion and belonging. Such participation benefits governments, families, and societies as a whole by providing civic role models to other youth. Once again, we would like to call upon member states to include youth delegations into their delegation, so that next year I can have the privilege to listen to a more diverse group of youth delegates giving their statements. Because, as it is said before at this forum, youth is not the future, youth is the present. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished representatives in their gender equality for their interventions of the Netherlands. And